I had a pretty good class schedule lined up, so I was pretty excited about that. I kind of took all my hard classes earlier, so it was going to be a good senior year.
I was looking forward to really the grade bonding and really recognizing our last moments together and having fun together.
What I was excited about going into senior year was all the sporting events, because I feel like doing those kind of brings the school together, and it was a lot of fun just to see everyone do well, and then once in a while someone mess up and then mess with them at school on Monday.
I was most excited for all the opportunities that the seniors are given, going out for lunch, being able to do internships, the fashion show, wearing our pennies, all the stuff that you look forward to ever since you're a freshman.
Going into senior year, I was most excited for finding out everyone's after high school plans, and then commitment day, I was excited to see everyone's t-shirts and all that jazz.
I was looking most forward to senior assassin and yearbook signing on the last day and wearing our pennies.
Going into senior year, I was most excited for a bunch of different things, mainly football and our chance to compete and show how hard we've been working as a team. But I was also excited for all the senior events like the fashion show, dressing up for Halloween, prom, beach week, and going out to lunch every day.
Going into senior year, I was excited. I was probably most excited to be able to park in the senior lot.
I was most excited for going out to lunch with my friends and getting a parking spot. And then graduation, I think that's a big step in your life.
I was definitely most excited for obviously football season, because it was supposed to be our year to come back, and which we did have a good year. So, and honestly, I was really looking forward to my lacrosse season, because again, that's just a year. Senior year, when you play sports, it's just a different type of thing. It's a culmination of everything, and I mean, altogether, looking forward to being together with everybody for one last year, and just have fun with everybody and get to know everybody better.
Going into senior year, I was excited for getting to wear the pennies and graduating and doing senior assassin.
I was looking forward to senior year, just experiencing senior life. Everyone always talks about how fun senior year is going to be, and I was just excited to experience it. Unfortunately, it got cut short, but we made the best of it, so cheers to that.
Think about it, there must be a higher love down in the heart or hidden in the stars above. Without it, life is a wasted time. Look inside your heart and I look inside mine. Things look so bad everywhere in this whole world. What is fair? We walk the line and try to see, falling behind what could be.
Alright, so what was your Halloween costume?
I was a Care Bear, the pink Care Bear.
Cute. Oh my god, of course the pink one.
Our group did 60s.
Was it 60s or 50s?
60s, 50s?
My Halloween costume was being Lilo and Stitch with Lily. I was Lilo, she was Stitch.
So we were the Powerpuff Girls with Ava Caruso.
I was Jackie Moon from Semi-Pro. I've never even watched the movie though.
Our little group did the Mean Girls.
I was a cat. I mean, I know I could have done better.
Yeah, so I did Club Penguin with Amanda, Caitlin, and Bev.
My school Halloween costume was Will Ferrell's character from Anchorman, Ron Burgundy. And I was with Jake Sioka, James Almers, and Andrew Martinez.
My Halloween costume was with Caitlin Healy, and we were Cosmo and Wanda from Fairly Odd Parents.
My Halloween costume, I was Will Ferrell from Kicking and Screaming.
I was a car wash blow up.
My school Halloween costume was Chaz from Wedding Crashers, the Will Ferrell character. Yeah.
And your whole group did?
Yeah, we did a whole Will Ferrell thing.
Nice.
And so basically, besides my costume, because I thought mine was pretty fire, I thought that Allmers' Jackie Moon was pretty good because he had his afro going. So it was pretty good. Jackie Moon from Semi-Pro.
I was gonna say the Club Penguin ones. I don't remember who specifically did it, but those were so funny.
Hands down, it was Mel and that the wheelchair,
The chocolate.
Yeah, chocolate.
I thought the group that did the Care Bears was really good. That was really cute.
I definitely enjoyed Beacon's costume. His was funny. He was Anchorman.
The best Halloween costume definitely was Lindsay Mattis's version of Darla from Finding Nemo.
I think Gianna and Kelsey had the best costume. They were the Karens.
Mel Burton, that's an easy, like, amazing. Like, it couldn't have been more spot on.
Okay, so my favorite costume was Kyle Erickson. He was Coconut Head from That's Declassified.
Kelsey Hagen, I think, and Gianna Rowe were like
Karens.
Yeah.
That one was
and
really
that
funny.
was so funny.
Personally, like, my childhood like favorite is seeing those like car air balloons, like, you know what I mean? Like,
I really liked how,
even though it's just so stupid, I loved it.
My favorite Halloween school costume was yours.
Thanks.
What's her name?
Darla.
Darla. I really like Darla.
I definitely like Joe Tallman and James L. Pesca in the Lederhosens.
Like this group of boys in our grade all dressed up as different Will Ferrell costumes, and I freaking love that. The Hangover ones. Did you see the group that was like dressed up as the Hangover? That one was sick. That was good.
I like Drew's costume. He was the guy from The Hangover.
Yes, shout out to you, Drew.
Drew Carney, this one's for you.
Spooky, scary skeletons and shivers down your spine. Shrieking skulls will shock your soul, seal your doom tonight. Spooky, scary skeletons speak with such a screech. You'll shake and shudder in surprise when you hear these zombies shriek.
We're so sorry, skeletons, you're so misunderstood. You only want to socialize, but I don't think we should.
A spooky, scary skeleton shouts startling, shrilly screams. They'll sneak under.
My favorite part of the school year this year was definitely the fashion show. That was really fun. Like, big senior monumental moment. Is that even like a phrase, a correct phrase?
My favorite part of the fashion show was finding out that I was walking with John O'Brien.
I mean, I got to walk with Butters, and that was just phenomenal as it is. But like, I just liked like it right before we all like went on to walk. Like we were all just like I saw like the girls were all like in like that downstairs room, like eating pizza, taking pictures, just like all like laughing and goofing around for like an hour and a half, and that was just like so fun.
My favorite part of being in the fashion show was coming up with the walkway moves with my partner Lauren, and also just messing around in the dressing room with the whole boys with all the boys in the grade.
Being dressed up with like all your friends, like especially all the guys in the grade, like seeing them like show off, and like I had Joe Tomeo as my partner, who's like I've been friends with since I was little, so like we like created our own routine, and like it was fun like picking out an outfit and just like getting dolled up for like one night where it was like all about us, and like everyone was looking forward to seeing like you.
Yeah,
like, it was fun.
Typically I just like when it's like a event where I have to get dressed up, I like to get dressed up, but the rest of the event I'm not really like about.
Yeah.
But the fashion show was actually really fun because you got like dressed up and actually got to like I guess model things with your friends, and then like I got to walk down with two of my really close friends that are girls, Nikki and Sarah. So it really turned out well for me.
My favorite part of the fashion show was lining up beforehand and like getting to pick out the poses and everything.
I kind of liked how like all of us as a grade like worked together, and then I did like a little segment for like BBTV, and like people wanted to get involved. I don't know. Like it was just like nice.
I think the best part about it was the picture of me, you, and Deli, and I'm like standing in the back with like my stupid mullet and the glasses.
My favorite part about being in the fashion show was getting ready with friends and taking pictures with them.
I liked the fashion show because I normally don't get like that dressed up for things, and I also can't do makeup for my life, so actually having someone do it was fun.
Just being able to be up on that stage, like it was just really fun, and seeing everyone walk in all the cool clothes and everything.
I ain't tryna. Yeah, ain't tryna be cool like you. Wobbling around in your high heel shoes, I'm clumsy. Made friends with the floor. 2 for 1, you know a bitch by 4. And 2 left feet, you know I always drop. First thing a girl did was a bop. And the whole damn cake and the cherry on top. Shook up the bottom, made a good girl pop. You ain't even here to party. Ken in the club tryna pipe a Barbie. I don't wanna go with the flow back then until I touch my toes. I don't wanna row the boat. Wrist full of rocks and I hope I float. Big up yourself cause you know they don't. I chew cause they hope I show. I'm a bitch, I'm a boss. I'm a bitch and a boss, I'ma shine like glass. I'm a bitch, I'm a boss. I'm a bitch and a boss, I'ma shine like glass. I'm a bitch, I'm a boss. I'm a bitch and a boss, I'ma shine like glass. I'm a bitch, I'm a boss. I'm a bitch and a boss, I'ma shine like glass. Bitch on the after, you've been the before. I've been the stallion, you've been the seahorse. Don't need a report, don't need a press run. All of my bad pics been all my best ones. I wear the hat and I wear the
Definitely like the football games, those were my favorite part. Like that
Yeah,
was
I
so
loved
fun,
going,
like having
yeah.
everyone together.
Senior year football is always like the best thing ever, and it was great.
Favorite part of the year was definitely football season. That was just like the most fun I've ever had playing football. It was I after junior year I definitely thought I wasn't gonna have like another good like fun year as freshman year, but senior year football was definitely like the highlight of my like life almost for this year, or so far.
Multiple things I'll miss from playing football is definitely the atmosphere on Friday nights and just playing in front of the greatest fans this year, the energy, and definitely just hanging out with my teammates and practicing every day. It was so much fun.
Definitely like practicing and stuff, like even though everybody dreads practice, like practicing and just like being with all the guys like was a lot of fun. Definitely gonna miss the after game parties. That was a lot of fun. Honestly, just like playing football in general.
Football games especially, like that was probably the best time, was the football games in the fall. Especially we were such a good team this year, and like all the seniors were really involved. It didn't matter like how spirited you were.
My best memory or like of football is definitely running out on Friday nights here at the Valley, because the fans are just so loud. I mean, this year we had a terrific fan section. I mean, this year beating Riverdale in leagues, that game was really tight, winning that, and then destroying Paramus this year was so fun because it was just, they kind of handed it to us last year, so it was kind of a payback, and it felt really good to get back at them.
My favorite part of this year, we're going to all the football games and getting dressed up.
My favorite part of senior year was definitely football, and just being like the kings of the school, having a good year, and playing with my brothers every day.
One thing I'll miss is kind of the camaraderie. I mean, like we still talk to this day, obviously, and hopefully that will be for the coming years. But I mean, the bond you build from football is like no other. And just when it was all over, it all just flashed before me. And the one thing I'll miss is just my teammates and just the game itself. So.
Hustling, and tonight is my appraisal, 'cause I'm a hooker selling songs and my pimp's a record label. This world is full of demon stocks and bonds and Bible traders, so I do the deed, get up and leave a climber and a sadist, yeah. Are you ready for the sequel? Ain't ready for the latest? In the garden of evil, I'm gonna be the greatest in a golden cathedral. I'll be praying for the faithless, and if you lose, boo-hoo. Hey, look, ma, I made it. Hey, look, ma, I made it. Everything's coming up pieces, pieces. If it's a dream, don't wake me, don't wake me. I said, hey, look, ma, I made it. Friends are happy for me, or they're honeysuckle phonies, and they celebrate my medals, or they wanna take my trophies. Some are loyal soldiers, while these other thorns are rosy. And if you never know who you can trust, then trust me, you'll be lonely. Oh, are you ready for the sequel? Ain't ready for the latest? In the garden of evil, I'm gonna be the greatest in a golden cathedral. I'll be praying for the faithless, and if you lose, boo-hoo. Hey, look, ma, I made it.
This might sound stupid, but like I liked going out for lunch every day, like planning with my friends, like the different places we go to and like who's driving and stuff. Like I look forward to that every day.
The class that I'll miss the most from PB was my sophomore year photography class with Miss Back and with all my friends, because that was a really fun class. We did a lot of fun projects and we had a fun group to hang out with.
This sounds like really nerdy, but my favorite part of the school year is always just like the times like we had in like class and stuff, and it's really times you really can't explain to anyone else. And of course I loved all the extracurriculars, like I love that stuff, like all the football games, all the sports, all the like just the senior year stuff, like fashion show and everything. But just like I think the specific moments in class with people you like normally wouldn't hang out with, and the teachers, like that was definitely what I'll miss most about PV in general.
I'd say my favorite part of senior year was the social aspect and how everyone was kind of involved. Like, even if you weren't really friends with someone the past 3 years, I feel like everyone kind of clicked our senior year knowing that this was all we have left and why not be nice and be friends with everybody? So I think that was also really cool.
But going to Italy was really, 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 really fun. It was just like, you know, I've taken Italian since 7th grade, and it was just like, it all kind of paid off. And now I got to like go see like my family's history, what I've been studying history, and like honestly going with Silvano made it even better because she's like one of the best.
A message to all my seniors is that I'm so proud of us for staying strong during this time. I'm gonna miss you all so much, and I wish you all the best of luck next year at school.
I'm so proud of everyone in our class, and I just hope we all stay in touch, and good luck in college to everyone.
The only thing that I have to say to all of you is that I really do love all of you, and I'm so happy that I came to school sophomore year, and I'm so happy that I made all the friends I did, and I really, from the bottom of my heart, love all my friends.
What I want to say is that like I appreciate everyone, because I mean I wouldn't be so upset that our senior year was canceled if I had a bad grade, like, you know what I mean? So it's like there were so many good people in this grade, and friends I'd never thought I'd meet, and just memories I never thought I'd make with the people I met. So just that everyone in this grade is so special, and they deserve to have the best next 4 years because we got a little robbed. But I hope like that everyone keeps in touch because it's a really good grade overall.
Basically, to our entire grade, I just want to say good luck. Our grade is pretty special. I've always thought that since we were younger, and that big things are coming. So that's all I can really say.
Message to the class of 2020. Thanks for the great time. I had so much laughs in the classroom with all of you, and it was a really fun year.
I'm just really proud of how far we've all come, whether I've known you since kindergarten, met you in middle school, met you freshman year. It's just been amazing seeing everyone grow and go on to do amazing things in their future. And even with everything that happened this year, like I feel like we all had a positive view on it. Like we still tried to make that connection and like stay in touch like throughout the end of the school year, even though we couldn't actually be together in person. So I hope that carries on through when we go to college and everything. I hope most of us can stay in touch, and I'm just really proud of how far everyone has come.
The message I want to give to the class of 2020 is, even though our time got cut short, I definitely had a great time with everybody. Made a lot of great memories with a bunch of people. I mean, I can say I was lucky enough to be friends with a lot of people in the grade, and even the kids I didn't hang out with outside of school. And some of those kids were even some of my best friends. And I mean, we definitely had some characters in our grade, and I think everybody loved it. And I think we were like one of the closest grades and one of the best grades to come through.
Just having this happen to us, I think it made us stronger as people, especially like getting everything, like not everything, but like a majority of like the best like months of senior year ripped away from us. I think that everyone came out of it stronger, and I hope that everyone can take that like strength and like go into college and like graduate college and move on and become like stronger people and like stronger in like their workplace.
I hope everyone does well. I'm gonna miss most of you guys, and AMAC is still the GOAT.
I know sometimes people think this would be like a bunch of like kind of baloney, but like I think that every single person in the senior class, like any encounter I had with every person had like a bigger impact on me than like one would probably think. And even if I only talked to them 1 year or only had them in one class, like I just like I feel like as a whole like I'll really miss like everyone here, and I'll miss like my school friends and the people that I wouldn't normally like hang out with. And I don't know, I hope everyone just does well in life.
I wish somebody would have told me, babe, that someday these will be the good old days. All the love you won't forget, and all these reckless nights you won't regret. Someday soon your whole life's gonna change. You'll miss the magic of these good old days.
I was thinking about the band, I was thinking about the fans. We were underground, loading merch in that 12-passenger van, in a small club in Minnesota, and the snow outside of First Ave. I just wanted my name in the star. Now look at where we at, still growing up, still growing up. I would lay in my my bed and dream about what I've become. Couldn't wait to get older, couldn't wait to be some. Now that I'm here, wishing I was still young. Those good old days.
I wish somebody would've told me, babe, that someday these would be the good old days. All the love you won't forget, and all these reckless nights you won't regret. Cause someday soon your whole life's gonna change. You'll miss the magic of the good old days.
Wish I didn't think I had the answers. Wish I didn't drink all of that blast first. Wish I made it to homecoming, got up the courage to ask her. Wish I would've gotten out of my shell. Wish I put the bottle back on that shelf. Wish I wouldn't have worried about what other people thought and felt comfortable with myself. Rooftop open, and the stars above. Moment frozen, sneaking out and falling in love. Me, you, and that futon, we just begun. On the grass dreaming, figuring out who I was. Those good old days.
I wish somebody would've told me, babe, that someday these would be the good old days. All the love you won't forget, and all these reckless nights you won't regret. Cause someday soon your whole life's gonna change. You'll miss the magic of the good old days.
Never thought we'd get old. Maybe we're still young. Maybe you always look back and think it was better than it was. Maybe these are the moments. Maybe I've been missing what it's about. Been scared of the future, thinking about the past while missing out on now. We've come so far.
Hi, so I've been behind the camera for most of this video. I tried to take my time at PV to document it and really remember all the fun times that I had with everyone at school. I learned so much from my teachers, from staff and peers, and I'm so grateful for every experience that I had at Pascack Valley. I can only hope that anyone going through PV after myself will enjoy their time and take advantage of their time. As everyone knows, our time at PV, the class of 2020, got cut short, which obviously was very sad, and I can't explain how much I will miss all of you. And no matter if we talked a lot, talked once, didn't talk at all, I knew every single person in our grade, and I only hope that every single one of you does well, pushes yourself, and is the best version of you. With that being said, I wanted to highlight some people that made a great impact on me and memories that I won't forget, and I had to write them down because I wouldn't remember all of them off the top of my head, and I want to make sure that everything in my mind gets put out there. So I'm just going to kind of go down the list. I jotted some points down that I wanted to just bring up, and some things that I'm going to miss. Gym class with Amanda, Mary, Chriselle, and Jamie. I had class with them for so many years, and basically all the years I was in class with at least one of them, and we always had such a great time for the short period of time that I wasn't getting injured in gym class. This year, senior year, getting to drive Joe, Stefan, and John Greco to Stony Brook every day. I almost ran over John at one point. Sorry about that, John. Sophomore year history with one of my closest friends, James, and I actually ended up switching classes, so I switched into his class that year, and I'm so happy that it ended up working out that way because now he's one of my best friends. I have to give the biggest shout out to Joyce because she got me through chem and physics. I don't know how I really survived those classes. I couldn't have without her, so I have to give her all the credit. Justine, I've had classes with her since middle school. She's constantly brighten my mood, and I love her to no end. Willie, I will forever and always be better at Algebra 2. Painting penguins with Nina and Sam in the center of Rivervale. That was so fun, so funny, and I'm glad I actually got to document part of that for us to remember. Freshman year, I started getting close with one of my best friends, Caitlin, and we sat together, we talked about things that we had in common, and I'm so grateful that I got to be in her class that year and we became so close. This year in math, getting to watch Meldon, Duffy, Chase, and James constantly fighting with each other, and I sat right in the middle of it, so that was great. But that was something that I'll also never forget and made me laugh a bunch of the time. Viv and I talking about conspiracy theories in ceramics, that was so fun, and we kind of jumped to conclusions at some points, but it was such a fun time. Sam Ledestro got me through some pretty tough times, and she was always there as my support system, so I'm very grateful for her. I got to walk with Andrew Martinez in the fashion show, and I got to sit next to him at graduation, which I will always hold close to my heart, and he's also such a great person and a very nice friend to have. Nate has been there for me since middle school, always willing to talk me through my problems, and I really just, he's the best. I don't even know what else to say about him, but he just really is the best. I actually was injured for gym, so I was in the library, but I got to watch Thomas, TJ, and Jake learn their Italian routine. The whole class got it down pretty good except for them three. They were a little iffy on it. Actually, TJ did a pretty good job. Sorry, Thomas and Jake, but that was so funny to watch, and I actually got to sub in one day for Thomas. Sydney and I constantly roasting each other, but ended up cracking up about it right afterwards, and she gave me some of the best times and was a genuine friend, and I'm really gonna miss her and everything that she had to offer. She's just such a funny person and very down to earth. This is not really school related, but I got to work with my best friend Maria after school, and I appreciated all those times, and I met her through PV, and she texted me before the first day of school, and we got to know each other, and I'm obviously gonna miss her dearly. Erica and I had lunch dates basically every day of senior year before school got shut, and I will never forget that either, going to Kreko's every other day or getting sushi. Such a fun experience, and she really brightened my day most days when I was having a hard time. Dazzle, my YouTube buddy, one of my closest friends since middle school as well, and she always had something funny to say, and I'm gonna miss my YouTube buddy, but what can you do? This is part of life, but she also made a great impact on me. Anyone in my sophomore year photo class can remember how annoying me and Lily were / are still to this day, and we would hysterically laugh at the dumbest thing, and were loud and obnoxious, so also this is kind of a sorry for that, but that was something that I'll also never forget. Ken, another great support system. She, our senior year president for the class, she anyone that knows her knows how amazing she is and how genuine she is, and she just deserves the world. I started being a part of the school system with Sam Klink, and I got to end it with her as well. We were in the same kindergarten class, and I've gone through school with her for 13 years, and she lives right down the street from me, and I couldn't be more grateful for her. She is just, again, the best. I know I keep saying that about everyone, but really, everyone is the best. Junior year math with Willie, James, and Joe being the sole entertainment for our class. I'll also never forget, I said this in PVTV, when Joe fell off his chair, and he was okay, but it was very funny. And that class was just something else, and I missed it this year, and I'll continue to miss it forever. It was so much fun. For a little bit of time, I walked home with Splashy, Ryan Thomas, and he also lives down the street from me, and one of my other closest friends who I've known since we were little, and I stopped walking home because I got lazy, but the time that I did walk home with Splashy was so much fun. Having debates in English with Chris McGrath this year, very funny times, and it wasn't debates about anything serious, it was actually about Disney characters, but it was so much fun, and he, as everyone knows, can make anyone laugh. Hilarious guy. I will say that junior year was a great year, and something that I got out of that was one of my best friends, Jake, who I actually only had one class with him throughout high school, but we've obviously maintained our friendship, and he is another one of the nicest people that I've ever met, and just another great person in our grade. I actually met Deli in 2nd grade. We were in our little church play together, and I had class with him every year actually except for senior year, and he always was able to put a smile on my face, and he already has left for school, so I miss him very much. But he came to my little backyard prom celebration, as did Jake, and again, just a great, genuine person that I hope has nothing but the best years in the upcoming years. I just want to end it by saying thank you again, and I definitely miss people because there was just no way I could incorporate every single person in our grade into this, but I just want to remember all of you, and I hope you remember me, and I hope that I made an impact on someone in our grade. Just throughout this entire time, it's been really, really hard for us, and there's obviously worse things in the world than a senior year ending, but this is something that directly affected us, and we did a really good job of getting through it. I'm proud of all of us. Thank you to the staff and teachers for being there for us and helping us. Yeah, I hope everyone does great, and thank you guys so much for being my friend and sticking by me, and I'll continue to stick by you and support all of you. Reach out if you ever need it. Yeah, and that's basically it. Love you guys, and hopefully I'll see you soon.
Someday soon your whole life's gonna change.